Whose wheels are those? It's Garrett. Garrett has the sun wheels, which are incredibly bright.
The name Wheels of Misfortune is too big to fit in the team title, so he's gonna have to just go. They're gonna have to just go by Wheels here.
I don't think they'll have too much of a disagreement about that name change. Colin with a very nice air dribble to start the game off.
I'm here.
That was incredibly nice out of Colin.
Yeah, that's what he can bring to the table.
Saw another kickoff where Colin's quick to get to the second ball again.
Yeah, I think it's in. The thing we didn't do and tried to start doing later is getting to Colin early is really important. So Shell should have gone from the boost there to try and challenge Colin on wall, because once he gets the ball, he's very good at dribbling it. Very calm, collected.
The one thing I did like is the major adjustment you guys had to make against Colin's kickoff is if you try and beat Colin, that's a pretty big whiff there that Colin's going to dispatch easily.
Yeah.
But if you try and beat Colin off the jam on the kickoff, like, good luck. He's really, really fast with his fast aerials. Even for a champ player, that's one of his best mechanics. So just in any lobby, you don't really want to be challenging him in that manner.
Yeah, he was burning us a couple times on that. He follows so close with the kickoffs too. Oh, and he gets Garrett there. This is not going well in the first game off the start for Garrett and Shell right now. With the wheels.
I'm surprised because I'd put them like very similar to kind of where you and Danny, I'd imagine. Like, I think you guys are kind of like Colin, Eric, and then Freddie and me kind of line up similar in sort of team structure. And then you and Hamilton and Garrett and Shell kind of line up similar. And so the fact that we're seeing like, I mean, from the start of game one, y'all were playing them pretty even.
I mean, game's still new. Like, some big mistakes have happened, but can still be brought back. By no means is it over.
Did y'all feel nervous playing on the broadcast at all?
I think because it's just friends.
Yeah, not too much. It's just the boys, so I have no nerves for it if it's just playing with the lads. Ooh, I'm surprised Colin missed that one. It's usually one I think he puts away.
Yeah, I think it's probably more just the air of competition. Like it feels a little bit different than when we're just purely playing custom games, and I think that might get in the head of some people.
That is true. We'll see. They seem to settle in more here. They're getting forward more. We kind of saw a typical out of Eric there, which was a whiff into a sideways hit off the wall. Just kind of more of what we expected from him in his gameplay.
Freddie, how you feeling tonight?
Just over the bar.
I was alright. Not in a great mood.
Good shot from Shell.
Nice putback from Shell.
Sorry to hear that, man.
There's
Hopefully the
the
vibes of the
shades.
game can bring it back.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it later though. So, I am completely out of this. I'm just in my own lobby. I cannot see anything.
I'll send you an invite here so that you can hop in the
Thank
custom.
you.
It's safe from Colin.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they're settling in here.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to get more chances. I think in the beginning they were kind of like both of them in the middle, and there wasn't one back, one forward, which is I think where they'll find the most success.
Big opportunity, great
Ooh,
recovery.
Very big block.
Oh
Wow.
my.
I don't know how he got ball and bump in there. That was really nice of Colin. He's still carrying it up too.
Real quick, how do I join to watch?
So if you go down to, or like, how do you get into the lobby itself?
I've already accepted the invite.
Oh, yeah, go down to the player icons at the bottom row, click on one, and join match in progress.
There we go.
Garrett almost got that one.
Thank
Shell
you.
kind of got
I got it.
stuck out there.
Good ball from Eric, though.
Yeah, solid.
Like, it's
Does
having
what he does
important
best, hitting the
touches.
ball off the wall.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it when it happened just to jinx things, but I really think not like Colin getting that save, like it's so hard to come back against Colin. He's just so good at
Yeah.
defense, and so like there's just too little time at this point. So it's really just about taking positives into the next one.
I mean, just playing against them more will also, like, you'll start to figure out people. So, it's a good win. Good shot, too. Oh my.
What a save.
I think that's a really good point. I feel like the Manatee fronts, like pretty much first 3 goals, all came from Colin's solo plays, either directly or indirectly.
Yeah.
That is very true. As long as they can contain that, they definitely
Good win
can
from
keep every
Gary.
game close.
60 seconds left on the clock.
My
Oh
own
my.
goal here.
Or, yeah, I'm about to say that is very nearly an own goal from Colin. Not the person
I'm
on
sure
this
he-
team I would expect to own goal.
I'm sure he knew what he was doing.
I'm curious
Just
to,
shift Eric.
to hear your guys' thoughts. I feel like Eric is less involved in this game so far than he was last week.
30 seconds left on the clock.
I mean, he
So-
definitely, as the games went on last week, like the second and third game, I feel like each game he became more involved. I feel like that first game, there was a lot less Eric, and we kind of got burned a lot on Colin kickoffs. And then, especially in that third game after he disconnected, come back, he was kind of playing his best game. But in this game, I haven't seen him too much.
Which, to be fair, like he didn't really need to. This has kind of been a Colin game.
Yeah,
To the garage.
that is very true. I also think Eric very much likes to play well against me for all the crap I give him when we play together and he own goals and stuff like that. So, I mean, when I was at his birthday this past weekend, he brought it up a few times.
Talking
So,
his shit.
I def-
Make sure you're ready up
I
then.
I definitely think that is a factor into it, that he might have tried a little harder just so he could have some talk back.
I also wonder if both Shell and Garrett being a little more comfortable in the air means that this game is going to be a little more air driven and not necessarily in the wheelhouse of stuff that Eric can get to as much.
I think
If
that's
that
a
makes
really.
sense, like
I think that's a really good point. And then at that point, it either is going to come down to Colin being able to 1v2, or Colin being able to play in a way that is able to integrate Eric.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys played a pretty grounded game last week.
I would agree, and I think
Yeah.
it played to our strengths, if I'm being honest.
We
Keeping
didn't
Colin
want
out
to
of
do
the
too
air.
aerial. Yeah, that was our big reason. We didn't want to do too aerial because Colin beats us both in the air easily. So we kind of wanted to keep it more gritty and on the ground. Good shot from Garrett there. Colin kind of stuck out there.
Well, there's
Double
there's the double commit. You know, that's the thing we were talking about, all being so surprised by Eric's play last week. There was a strong lack of that.
Yeah.
So if Shell and Garrett can take advantage of those opportunities, then I think they can get at least like 2 free goals a game.
Very true. Very good point. Ooh, another good hit. I think Colin's on this one though.
What
Oh
a
my gosh, what a save. Ooh,
Slightly
nice
disappointing.
good pass from Eric. Oh,
If Shell puts that shot high at all, Colin has no hope for getting it. But this is a massive aerial from Garrett. We are seeing a
yeah, that was
complete
nice.
flip-flop from the first game. 2-0 early lead within the first minute, I think stacks up pretty similarly to the lead that the Manatee front was able to hold last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's very close in time.
2 really good goals from Wheels, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Really good hit from Shell there too. This is where it gets dangerous. On his head, quick to aerial. Oh my, what a bounce.
This
Eric
is
comes in to make his mark.
That's where I just want to see a little bit more commitment from Garrett. You
Yeah,
gotta-
maybe a little quicker onto the 50 there.
He shadowed for just a little bit too long, showed him just a little bit too much space, and Colin was able to just pop it up in the air enough to make him awkward.
Gonna be Shell versus Colin. Garrett's really out of position.
It's going to be a cross opportunity. The first time we'll see maybe Eric able to get involved.
Good fake from Shell.
Colin's boost stealing them a lot right now. He's gotten both their corner boosts back to back.
Eric
I thought Eric was
continues
about
to
to
rock
save
the
that.
worst car in the game.
I don't know. I'd put the Scarab up there.
Massive opportunity here. Can he put it in? Wow.
Nice.
What a
That was a very
finish.
nice touch. A little flick to the top.
I feel like Garrett has stepped it up at least 2 levels between the first game and this one.
Definitely has.
I wonder if they defined roles more clearly, because I think Shell's playing a little defensively too.
Which he very
Yeah, I
much
think
likes to
they've
do.
settled. I think they've settled in. I think they found kind of what is working for them. Let Garrett go forward, play ultra defensive, and try and catch Colin forward and Eric on a bad rotation, or either a double commit or a bad rotation.
Another one of the opportunities. Colin was forward, Eric was up. Colin gets back.
He only has 12 here. This needs to be one that they stop.
Ooh, they got there at least. Eric put it a little high. Yeah,
And
Shell was just sitting in the net. He needed to commit there.
They literally let him pick his spot. Colin's
Yeah.
smart enough where he's not going to put that on frame, so Shell's positioning does him absolutely no favors there unless he can read the wall bounce better than Colin, and from inside the net, that's never going to happen.
Yeah. He's gonna have to come out on those in the future. Nice kickoff though.
That is such a massive goal.
Oh,
Wait.
it's a big
Big
whiff
whiff.
too. Shell's not in a great spot.
Oh no.
Oy.
New ball game 202.
Yeah. This game is kind of flipped fast. Just 2 small mistakes from the wheels side, and Colin, when given a mistake, put it away most of the time.
I will say that I think that the wheels have done better in this game than I think we did. Like, I want to say that we didn't lead at all last week.
I think so. Oh,
Tied it up a
Eric.
couple times.
Oh, almost top corner from Eric. Yeah, we didn't spend too much time leading. That was a really nice hit by Colin. Kind of a mediocre hit by Shell.
Gary tried to
To the
cover
wall
it.
there.
I feel like we're kind of watching the chess match play out in real time, where Garrett and Shell sort of made that change we were talking about. We're sort of splitting their roles, and now we're seeing Colin react to that and just sort of realizing that he has more space if they're not going to challenge him.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good point. Oh, nice hit.
So do the wheels have
That's-
that extra layer, that extra change that they can make?
There's the patented.
Oh
my
my.
goodness, Eric is floundering right now. We have his patented bicycle kick, which almost chipped Colin, and then he almost scores an own goal.
Colin is severely out of position right now.
Yeah, Eric bumps Shell on the wall though. That's a huge
Good
bump.
shot.
Good shot.
I don't really know what
I was
happened to
very
Colin here. He
surprised.
actually got back into position to be able to save this.
I think he just got caught on the front post.
Yeah, I think he
Maybe
just
not.
went too deep in the goal. Actually, I think he went too deep to
Okay.
make his turn.
Danny's right.
I was surprised he hit the post on the other side too. I thought he had enough time and room. He just couldn't get all the way around it.
Like I said, I think
Good
there
commit.
is some element of nerves here.
I'm also curious to know, like, did Gary watch the stream at all from last week? Because I imagine Shell should have. Oh my! Good finish. Shell should have known about the champ kickoff that apparently Colin's trying to do every time. But I wonder if Gary was not in the loop on that.
A very solid
So
hit
they had
from
to
Garrett.
make that adjustment after the first game as opposed to going into the first game.
I mean, I'm sure Shell was a part of the broadcast, so he was saying, no, do not, do not
That's
try
fair.
and friendship, do not try and pinch with Colin. 40 seconds
Let's
left, though.
see.
Wheels with the lead. If I'm gonna be honest,
Ooh.
I don't want to see Shell just fully sit back, which I think he might be tempted to do.
Yeah, he came forward here just now, and he's still forward. Eric with a really,
And scores.
really good cross. Eric helps him out a lot there with a just impeccable cross. That's more of what we expected out of Eric last week, and we didn't really see any of that.
He almo-
21 seconds.
he also almost had an own
Cheers.
goal.
True.
Wow.
Net another. They're just putting it on in the end here. That's where the cheating up from Colin, if it gets pinched like that, it's going to be really hard for him to get back and try and save that. Especially if he ends up going for the corner boost like he did there.
I think Hamilton said before the game started that he was curious whether or not anyone was going to be able to challenge the Manatee front. I think this is a massive statement that there is, like, we're seeing them draw blood, essentially.
Absolutely.
7 goals against
Absolutely.
them is very good.
And you never want to point fingers at one player or say any one thing, but I think Hamilton also said that if Eric continues to play at the level he did last week, that is what's going to make it pretty much impossible to beat them. And I would not say that
Yeah.
this game was as at the level that he was playing at last week.
I would be very quick to agree with that.
Same
Curious
here.
to know what our statistician would come up with.
Yeah, we got 1,000 points from Colin, just a little over 200 from Eric. You know, not
I mean-
too far off from the split that you might expect, but probably a little bit higher than is good.
Yeah, I mean, in
I
that
wanna
third
say-
game last week, the split was 100 off. It was like 480 Eric and then like around 600 Colin in the third game against us last week. So if they get to that, I think they're a really hard team to beat. But if it's a lot on Colin, there's definitely some weaknesses.
Just to foreshadow a little bit, I'm very curious to know about this next game that we're going to play between us, essentially. Seeing how it's your guys' first game, Austin, and we scrimmaged you guys earlier, and I'm just kind of curious how that one's going to unfold. I feel like it's going to have similar dynamics to the first group here of when we played them, but I feel like it's also going to be a completely different game.
Yeah, we both know what the other team looks like a little bit under the hood.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see how this series plays out. I think at this point it's literally anyone's game.
Oh,
Good shot.
hit
Great
from Eric.
save.
Garrett got respawned in time, or was that Eric who got demoed? Eric with another shot.
I think Eric's starting to come alive in this one a
Yeah.
little bit more. Bike
There's
save.
the patented bike.
I'm curious to know if he
Sure.
just yelled bike into the Discord.
For sure.
I have no doubt that he did.
For sure.
I'm also very curious why he went for an aerial there when the ball was on the wall.
Eric blocked Colin's recovery there.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
think
go
he
ahead
also-
and
What?
I'm gonna go to Colin Cam. He wasn't getting back regardless, but that certainly did not help morale.
No, I think I think Eric was trying to hit the ball and just misjudged it from ball cam and ended up hitting Shell into Colin.
So far, the first team to score has won both games, though.
That is true. A lot slower was this goal this time though.
Dangerous little hit there, though.
Ooh,
Good move
nice
from
little
Eric.
move from Eric.
Colin could be
Good
first up.
ball
to
in
this.
too.
50 boost. He's not going to be able to make anything out of this. Do Shell and Eric Garrett respect him?
See, the interesting thing there that I think is very dangerous is Garrett went up against Colin in that aerial, and he did get a piece of it. I just think he's never going to beat Colin in those scenarios. Colin is just very good with his flight. Oh, whiff from Eric. Colin's back.
Yeah, scary times. I don't think either team looks
shot,
particularly
great
comfortable right
save.
now. Colin should be able to get back to this unless Garrett puts on a really good shot.
And test there from Shell. That's exactly what he has to do. Not give Colin too much time. Ooh!
I think that bounced
Rare.
awkwardly for Colin.
Yeah, I think he misread the bounce there.
Good on
Tried to
Garrett for not
flip
quitting
up
on it.
for Yeah. Yeah, he didn't think it was going to bounce straight middle like that along the wall. Thought it was going to come out more.
2-0, less than half of the game left. Open net for Eric. Can't quite put it
Shell's
hard
there.
enough.
Shell barely gets to it.
I think having scored first against the Manatee front two, Colin might try and take over a little more, which does not help Eric get involved in the game. It might leave Colin a little more exposed defensively.
Yeah, I mean, they have to make something happen, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see some hero ball coming out.
Absolutely.
Try
Like
Eric
it makes
out.
sense why it's going to happen, but I'm just saying, like, I think it's also leaving them exposed still.
Yeah, Colin is committing to a lot more balls. I don't think he commits to the try and get a second hit there
1v1 here.
normally.
Big save.
Oh, Garrett does well with it. Gets clipped by Shell on Shell's way back though. Oh, but Eric kind of messes that up. Gets a block in though.
It's actually kind of counterintuitive, but despite like how gifted Colin is in the air, one of his least favorite positions is a 1v1. That's a position that he has much more confidence going for a contested aerial off a pass than he does just trying to beat a defender on his own. And the way that
was
Shell and
massive.
Garrett are spacing each other is putting him in that position a lot, and you can almost see the frustration.
That's true, and that is it's very true. He doesn't seem very comfortable in the 1v1s. That last one, he didn't actually make a move on the ball, just kept it going straight.
Oh,
My word, that is what we normally see out of Eric.
That is full capitulation.
He was there, and then he decided he wanted to turn around to try and make the save. Didn't have that kind of time though.
You guys must be scratching your heads a little bit, wondering where this Eric and Colin was last week.
Yeah, I'm confused about this Eric play. We've seen a completely different Eric from last week to this week.
good finish
Same
from
Colin
Colin.
though. Good finish.
I think the thing that I'm going to wonder about is what Eric am I going to see the next time we square up against them?
Yeah,
It's very true.
maybe it's the Danny factor.
I'm not going to count it out. Eric went for the friendship there and just was also late.
Eric was also going towards the wrong goal. Just
I
now.
have complete faith that he knew that.
Series control taken over by Wheels of Misfortune. And I don't really know what Manatee Front is going to do to remedy that.
Eric with only 80 points in that game.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if Colin can, if he's either gonna try and really hero ball, or if he's gonna try and get Eric a little more locked in.
I was shocked at that game for sure.
What did you see, Fred?
Well, the fact that that Colin and Eric were so shut out was amazing to me because that's never really happened in any of the games I've played with them. So, or
Yeah.
that I've witnessed in previous weeks. That's just amazing that they were able to keep them to only one goal in that game. That was amazing.
Eric with a shot on net here. Does not get a ton of pace on it though. I don't know if Garrett didn't have enough boost there, but that was kind of a rare. He usually hits those. He's been hitting those aerials for most of this.
A little
not the
awkward
best
coming
look.
down, but
But I mean, that's huge for them right there, and that's huge for Eric. I mean, getting one on the board might mean he's a little more locked in. He was all the way back there, which is why he got that shot. So maybe Colin's got him rotating just a little more this game. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't
I
want to
also
see them
wonder-
play hero ball. But sorry, go ahead, Hamilton.
I wonder if Eric's taking it a little more seriously because he's realizing that they are down 2-1 in the series now. Like, I think he told Danny that he's normally messing around when he's in our Rocket League lobbies.
Yeah, that
I'm
that
curious to
figure
know
was
if-
80% out of his mouth. So more often than not, he was messing around and.
Massive 50. Colin would have been in on goal if he got that pass. So now Garrett's going to have a shot.
I
Shell
thought
takes
Garrett
it
hit
off
that.
and
That was Shell
stays.
coming across.
Did Garrett hit him in the ball, or did Shell somehow just generate that much power?
Garrett hit him into the ball.
Yeah, it's a pool shot.
I think either one of them scores there. Just give it a little extra pace with the pool shot.
I think this next goal is so big.
Yeah, that's a good ball from Colin. Eric was actually just too far back that time.
Open net here, possibly.
Garrett had more boost.
On Garrett to track back. Big whiff by Eric. That could have been a big hit on goal.
Eric driving towards his own net with ball cam on. Colin has to dodge him because he knows he will not turn.
Yeah. Good
Big double save from Gary.
Garrett. Not the best hit off of that though. Colin's in a weird
Colin's
spot.
awkward
however.
here. Colin whiffs, or maybe not. My bad.
Eric whiffs.
How does Colin still have so much boost in the tank after that?
I have no idea. Awkward pinch though.
Could we see our first
That
overtime
contest
game
needed to
here?
be earlier.
Good cover from Shell.
Track back.
I think this just purely comes down to who makes the first mistake.
Yeah. They're very back and forth at the middle right now. It's not really staying in anyone's zone. Oh, Garrett was headhunting Colin there. Great save by Eric. Oh, Eric's cheating up a little too far though.
Watching Colin beat his own teammate on the dribble is hilarious to me.
I think Colin wanted to try and get that one up and off the wall instead of letting Eric
Open
hit
net
it in the
shot
middle.
here.
Oh,
Great recovery by Shell.
Good.
ooh, yep, perfect. That's actually a huge hit from Eric there too. If he doesn't get a touch in there, one of them's in on goal.
I feel like in the first
does
game,
enough.
Colin was absolutely dominating every single 50 he entered.
Oh,
Great
what an
pass.
assist
Wow.
by Eric. That is one of the best assists I've seen out of Eric.
Colin drops a great pass. You know that's respect.
Eric also tries to steal the goal. Take all the glory.
I'm curious to know if in Eric's wildest dreams that was what he was going to do.
It's entirely possible.
It is possible. I'm just
Just
I
wide
would
from
not
Eric
personally
there.
dream of it. Of actually pulling that off.
1 minute
Ooh.
left. Game 5 is on the line for the Manatee front. Can they hold this lead?
Good
Big
save by
save.
Garrett.
I feel like we haven't seen a clear-cut chance for Wheels of Misfortune in a long time. But with Colin off the
demo.
field, it's going to be
Huge for
open.
them, though. Oh,
There's your
Pain.
clear-cut chance
Couldn't
that you
get it
wanted.
on.
Pain. Yeah.
Oh no.
Gary's bump shell there. Yep, that'll seal this game. Take us to a game 5.
If you're the Wheels, you
first
just
game
gotta
5.
you just gotta fully reset after that one. Just think about
Yeah.
this game is done. Just get that out of your mind.
Curious to know if they take a second between games here. Or
I
if
would.
they just immediately.
I would,
I absolutely would too.
especially
I
after
just-
that too.
I think there's a little pressure to kind of get into the games quickly.
Mhm.
It feels like. So I'm curious to know if there is a break or if we just go straight in.
Yeah, we'll make it clear in the future that you can take the full minute if you need to. But that being said, just as a neutral observer, I am so stoked for Game 5.
Oh, absolutely.
This is
Should be an
pretty good.
incredible game. How'd Eric finish that one? I think it's the
Colin
most points we've seen from him.
Yeah,
did have a lot
Colin
of
was on a-
pain towards the end there.
Yeah.
I saw
Seems
it.
to
I
have
saw it
settled
shoot
down.
up to 350. So we'll see if that comes back. I hope it doesn't. But
Show sitting at 8 is insane.
spectators, make sure you're ready
Shell's
up. The boys have all hit the
computer is
button.
insane. I think we're waiting on Fred here.
I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Seems like they went straight in.
They
No
did
break
indeed.
for the weary.
They want to just go right in, shrug that game off.
The quick shot.
Oh, just too high.
Good.
If it's on frame, that's in because Eric was kind of in la la land there.
Oh my.
I thought that
Those
one
are
was
having-
going in too from the angle we had.
Look. They're having a great opening 20 seconds.
Eric has just kind of been driving in circles in the middle.
And then puts the
Oh.
ball in the middle for him.
Colin actually reads that hit so well. He knows Eric's hitting that ball there. What a save from Shell! That actually had a
Really good shot
serious
from Eric.
pace on that shot. Not the best flight from Garrett there. And another great save from Shell.
I think Garrett was trying to block a shot that he thought was coming, but just wasn't. A big
my
whiff from
gosh.
Eric there.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god!
Oh my!
This is
What
just
is
terrifying
going
to watch.
on?
This is chaos! Colin hits it back towards Eric so Eric can clear it. Eric just completely whiffs the ball. Colin tries to hit it off wall and pinch it outside and just ends up hitting it straight in front of the net twice. Garrett and Shell were so dumbfounded they weren't even forward. Oh my, huge miss from Shell. Or was that Garrett?
Garrett,
It's Garrett.
Game 5
Garrett.
jitters are here, boys.
We've seen a lot of weird misses out here. Both
there's the
teams seem
backflip,
a little
too.
nervous. The backflip, Eric hitting it back towards the middle. This game is all kinds of. Neither team is settled.
Big save from Gary there.
Shell has had 2 massive saves though on Eric. Eric had some serious pace shots, and Shell saved both of them.
Show currently with
Massive
the
hit
most
from
points
Eric.
in the lobby.
Garrett got a bump on Colin there. Oh no, Colin's on the wall. Garrett's back, so it should be safe.
Big win from Eric.
Massive hit from
Shell's
Eric.
up.
Did not get a
Not
good
the
hit
best
to it.
clear.
Oh
did-
my
what a
god!
Oh my
Save!
goodness! Scenes.
You know Shell is screaming right now.
Big hit from Eric. Actually, a huge pass inside from Eric too, whether he meant it or not.
Oh my god.
Oh, what a hit from Eric!
Off his head top.
Just takes
Colin
it
with the low
off Garrett's
five at
head.
the
I
end,
think
too.
Garrett was a little indecisive there. I think he wanted to try and come back towards the middle instead of chipping it up, and he just took too long to decide.
Wow. Less than half the game left.
That one
Big
could be
win
big,
from Colin.
especially seeing Garrett's response. That one, I know that one stings him. The unbelievable, actually typing it out. Yeah, Garrett's mindset might not be good for a comeback here.
What did he type? I can't see it.
He typed unbelievable, and then
And then
I
two
actually cannot.
explicitives.
Yeah, he typed 2 explicit messages after that because I cannot see them due to the stars covering them. So I don't think he's in a great headspace right now for a comeback. We'll see how they play though.
If they get a goal, I think he can rally pretty quick, but not the easiest task.
I want to see a demo on
Definitely
Colin.
not.
It's a beautiful ball.
It's very interesting to sit on an Eric cam because he doesn't use flips to travel. He only uses boost. So it's very interesting to just see a car drive straight the whole time.
How do you pan between cameras?
Just go left and right on the stick or the D-pad.
With you.
This might be
Huge win from
series
Colin
goal right
there. This-
here.
Oh,
Great finish.
Shell almost got to it. I think he thought Colin was going to hit it earlier, but that bounce, I don't think either of them expected this bounce.
I don't know if Colin expected it, but he made the smart choice not to commit. He wasn't confident where the ball would go, and so he just sat for that extra second while Shell tried to read it.
Garrett has typed that he doesn't know why it's censored, so I don't think he actually typed expletives. Might have typed something like Muffy and the game just wasn't having it. Some random word. That is just insult to injury.
The
50 pinch.
Yeah, the 50s have not been there.
Yep, Garrett has typed, "Are you kidding?" I don't know what Garrett is typing, but he's typed yet another sentence that is censored.
Maybe
That was
he's
some
just
long-
trying it again.
Also, with
The
the
last
speed he's
message-
typing, he has to be using the keyboard.
Yeah.
The speed is unreal if he's on an Xbox typing that.
No, he's. When I've played with him before, he's typed a couple messages and he's been on a keyboard.
And that is it. That was a great series. We saw
Absolutely.